Hello friends, welcome back for Vlogmas Day 20. Today we are talking about snow and snow magic. Snow is one of my favorites. I mean, I love weather magic, and I think that I will have a podcast episode on that next year because it does come up often that people have questions about it. But one of my absolute favorites is snow. So if you are in a climate where you do not get snow, I'm sorry for you because I just love it. Our snow here in Chicago has been totally sporadic. It snowed on Halloween. I included that on the last day of Vlogtober. And then it like snows randomly, but we haven't gotten, like tons of snow, feet of snow. We have before in Chicago. I definitely have memories of lots of huge snowstorms. And then when I was in college at Iowa too, we got a couple of giant ones. That is one thing about school in Chicago and Iowa, very rarely canceled for snow. I think we had it was like 3 feet of freaking snow like trudging in, and Iowa does not cancel their classes. But that's okay because I love it. And there's a lot of magic that you can do with snow. So that is what I wanted to talk about today and just give you some ideas of what you can do if it does snow where you are, so you can be ready the next time that it does. Here's a great form of snow magic that can alternatively be done with ice, and is great for removing any sort of lingering problems or specifically any bad habits. So that makes it really great for this time of year if you are heading into 2024 with some changes in mind, and particularly positive changes that require getting rid of a bad habit. I talked about my goals and particularly needing to cut back on the sugar because I have just gone way too crazy with sugar, and it's definitely a migraine trigger for me. So bad habit for sure that I need to get rid of, and this is a great option for that. So in a little pot like this, you need a cup of water with some orange peel, orange rind, some cloves or ground clove, and a cinnamon stick. So you want to bring this together to a boil and then simmer for a minute. I've got mine going there. This has the added bonus of making your house smell really nice. And then as you have the water simmering here, you add your snow or an ice cube into the water. And you want to watch it as it melts and visualize your bad habit or whatever the problem is melting away as the ice cube melts or as the snow melts. And then when that is completely melted and you are done with your visualization exercise, you want to take this mixture outside and pour it onto the ground. And you want to walk away from that and not look back. And thankfully these are all plant materials, so you are able to do that. An alternative version to this of also getting rid of a bad habit or a problem would be to take a pebble or a rock, paint it black, and place that in a mound of snow or ice outside. And again, visualize your problem leaving, melting away, and then leave it there surrounded by that snow or ice to melt however long that takes. So if you're in a very cold climate and it's going to take weeks to melt, you just let that happen. And once it's all melted, just come back and step on the rock and push it into the ground, and that will be your problem leaving your bad habit melting away. I personally like this one because you have the added benefit of doing a nice little potpourri scent in your home. Snow is, of course, great for freezing things, getting rid of things, getting those bad habits out of your life, but it can also be used for prosperity, especially if it is actively snowing. So if it is actively snowing around you, visualize each flake coming down from the sky as containing that potential for prosperity. It's sort of like raining down money or raining down gold coins, and then say the words, "With each flake before my eyes, prosperity comes from magic skies. Falling down and all around, prosperity will now abound." It works for rain too. That was a great one from one of those Llewellyn spell books like a while ago, and I love those just because they have those really simple, doesn't require any ingredients or tools. It's literally just you and your energy and a couple of words and then the nature surrounding you, and in this case the water coming down from the sky. So super simple prosperity spell. I am out running some errands, and I figured I would finish up our chat on snow magic because there is something else that I wanted to share. It is deceptively sunny today. It seems like it would be nice out, but it's not. It's 30, it's freezing, but no snow on the ground. We had like a couple of flurries yesterday, but nothing stuck. But I do know that there are a lot of other areas in the country that have gotten hammered with storms, bad storms. I am thankful that we didn't have that here. We don't have any of those problems, but snow will definitely be coming. It's Chicago after all. It will hit at some point. And I figured I would get my errands done before that happens. I have a couple of last things to get done before like Yule and Christmas. Well, Yule is tomorrow, but that before Christmas, because that tends to be when everything shuts down and everybody else is like busy. So getting all of my stuff done today. The last thing I wanted to say about snow magic is that it is such a great opportunity for making guardian wards and servitors. So there are a lot of sculptures that you can make with snow. I know the traditional is the snowman, but if you wanted to further get rid of something, you could make the sculpture into the shape of something like your bad habit that you want to get rid of. Could absolutely do that as like another form of getting rid of something. But you can also make shapes like a snowman out of the snow to act as a protective guardian ward in front of your house or as a servitor. So they're very similar. Servitor is just more of a sort of chaos magic theory, but we've talked all about that before, podcast episodes about that. So if you have any questions, definitely refer to those. But first of all, having that guardian ward is a nice way. If you've never like started one, had some sort of protective ward, that's a nice way to infuse that with magic and have that snowman protecting your house. And in the same way, you can create a servitor to do that job. A lot of people are nervous making their first servitor, that maybe it has too much power. How do I know like to stop it or when it stops? And you can program it to the servitor has come to its end when that snow melts. So that's a really nice way to make something that's like more simple, get your feet wet with making the servitor process, no pun intended, and make a snowman or any other sculpture out of the snow as to serve as a servitor on your property and protect your house and whatever it is else that you would like that servitor to do. And then you have that built-in fail-safe that once it melts, its job is done and that is over and energy is released back to the universe. So that's a really good way to set up protection wards, guardians, and servitors. And if you are more or less skilled with the snow, it does not have to be a snowman. You can make something more elaborate. Or if you are like me, when I was a kid, I'm an only child, so it was just me, and I could never do snowmen because it was just like, first of all, too much work, like took a really long time for a small child to do that by themselves, but also then like couldn't lift and like stack all of the snowballs on top of each other. So I would make snow turtles instead. That was my chosen, I don't know why, I think it was just easy to clump sort of the balls together, just like build like a shell and then like attach like 4 little legs and then like a head and a tail, and my mom would give me green food coloring to make little snow turtles. So that was super fun, and then my sorority animal in college ended up being a turtle. So I have no other affinity for turtles, so it's not really like a thing. That's just, I don't know, what I wanted to make as a kid. But a snow turtle would serve the same job as a snowman or any other figure that you want to make, and make it as a protective guardian for your house. So that was my last snow idea that I wanted to share with you. That's everything that I wanted to talk about when it comes to snow magic. So let me know, what is the climate like where you are? Do you love snow? Do you hate snow? Some of my friends who are more regular drivers than I am hate when it snows here. But since I don't have to drive to work every day, I am still firmly in the love it camp. But let me know what your snow opinion is, and I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 21.